me tell you the roster for this all-star game. So in the top lane, on the blue side, we have Gingun FPX, or as a lot of people call him nowadays, Import Mike on the top lane. We have Pack, the captain of the Verge Gods in the jungle, Triton in the mid lane, the STX Waffen in the AD carry role, and Don Lino, the support for Empire Gaming, which is going into the grand finals in the support role. For the red team, we have Ghost of the West in the top lane, Kabutops, the leader of the Verge Warriors in the jungle. We got Vincent and Very Wet, both from the Dire Wolves in the mid lane and the AD carry role, respectively. And finally, we got Lewis Smiths in the support role for EG Gaming.
Eclipse. Midnight
Gaming.
Gaming Eclipse.
So right away, guys, when I look at these teams, it looks like the Verge Warriors and the Dire Wolves kind of just wanted to play together, and they're like, hey, like, you know, we'll just like form 4/5 of this team and see how it runs. Now I'm told that this was all random and was assured it was all randomized, but as you can see, it looks kind of structured.
It looks strangely structured. And I don't know if Vincent kind of skewed it a little bit, but you know, oh, who knows? But I do think that this is going to be a really, really fun match, especially with what we got going on here, especially with Pac and Don Lino both playing together, and then in the grand finals playing against each other. That's going to be so much fun to see.
That's correct. The threads of fate are definitely intertwining right now, and there's just so many storylines going on right now. For example, in the jungle, we have the captain of the Verge Gods versus the captain of the Verge Warriors going up against each other. These two players talk with each other every day. They strategize together. They know each other like the back of their hand. So playing against each other is definitely going to be a treat. On top of that, we have a legendary rematch on the mid lane. Triton from Cashed Out Gaming against Vincent from the Direwolves, which, if you guys forgot, on stream we saw them fight against each other in the mid lane. In that game, the Direwolves lost to Cashed Out Gaming, but this time, this is the all-star game, so we get to see these two titans fight against each other one more time. Are there any other storylines that you guys want to pick up on that you guys want to mention?
Oh, you go first, Rav.
Yeah, definitely, because I have to say this. It's actually a big point. It's about how DST Waffen and Very Wet in the AD carry role, these guys are good friends and have been fighting against each other in the position, jockeying for who's the better between the two of them. And looks like we're going to be seeing live with a couple of supports that they've never played with. So that's a strategy that, well, I tell you, there's no strategy in this blind pick here. Everyone's just going to get what they want.
Okay,
oh my god, I see some hovers that, like, I know we don't usually talk about hovers, but it's blind pick, but oh my god.
Do they know that they can trade do they know that they cannot trade champions? Because right now, I see Import Mike picking Vayne, Ghost of the West is picking top lane, but Twitch jungle, I knew that Pack was going to bring something unexpected. But at River, Twitch was the last thing I expected from this game. I mean, we have a very, very aggressive bottom lane with the Caitlyn and the Pyke support, and we might see another Pyke support on the other side. On top of that, we have an Aurelia 1v1 between Triton and Vincent. There is just so much going on, and I need you guys to digest it for me, just with me.
Well, we will truly get to see who is one of the better mid laner, because Aurelia is probably one of the most skill-based champions in the game when it comes to solo lanes, and both mid laners are playing it. I am also a little disappointed that Lewis went with the Janna. Knowing him, he loves to play the Pyke, he loves to play these aggressive supports, so picking Janna. I get the synergy with Yasuo, but Pyke also has that synergy. Yes, single target, but still. I would have loved the support, just both Pykes fighting over alt reset, alt reset, alt reset, but that's going to be great. But the ranged matchup in the jungle, of all places, that's going to be interesting.
That's where my eyes first took me. Was little does Kabutops knows he actually picked a counter pick against the opposing jungler. But how often is there a ranged carry jungler that you could actually pick Teemo as the opposing jungler and be able to blind and beat up in the jungle? Let's see what kind of rhythm he gets started, and if he gets put behind, he's going to have a real hard time against the Twitch and really this whole team of the Blue All Stars here with Vayne, Twitch, and Caitlyn. This team is made for late game, and if they get there, watch out.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm worried about in both comps is that, well, first of all, there is no team composition going on right now whatsoever. I'm just gonna throw that out there
No.
straight away. Another thing is, the only team that has a real frontline is the red side with Ghost of the West going Mundo. Yes, is Vayne going to bully just, Ghost throughout the entire first half of the game because Vayne top, I mean, we all hate Vayne top. We all hate to play against her. But at the end of the day, there are just no frontline whatsoever. In the late game, if Twitch tries to pop off and doesn't kill everyone, if Caitlyn is not able to take everyone down, if Pyke is not able to reset, what's going to happen? They're not going to have a frontline. And if the red team lasts just long enough so that the burst damage comes through, it's game over for them.
I definitely think the Yasuo was actually much more of a big brain play. I don't think it was as big, like, Very Wet was planning it to be as powerful against the enemy team composition as he was. I'm pretty sure he was thinking it more of just like laning phase domination. But you have Vayne, Twitch, Caitlyn, three ranged matchups. You can block Aurelia's E, which will negate the stun, and you can block Pike Hook. So Yasuo's win wall is going to find some extreme value if he can plan around it well enough. So I definitely think that the Yasuo is going to be a lot better than he intended, but at the same time, you got to make sure he gets fed enough to do it.
All right. Yeah, but I think that other than that, I just want to add that this All Stars game, they did not know what they were going against each other. They probably talked about it right before, but all I know is that this is a for fun match, and let's see who gets the bragging rights to say, we won the All Stars game.
And with that, we have to say goodbye to Combo for now. This is not last you'll see of him tonight. You'll see him later. But Rav, are you ready to cast some All Stars matches?
Hey, this is like a flashback because you're in it, and we're back on the casting desk
Yeah,
for the
let's go.
LAS in the grand finals. The suit's on. You're looking dapper. I'd like to say as always, but you've never looked this quite fancy and dancy before.
I've actually took a lesson from you, and I've actually dressed up for the finals today. As you can tell, I got the hat, got the nice jacket, a little different look than what you're rocking with, but it's still a massive, massive occasion ending season 3. So many massive things have happened to this league. We've got much better production as it is, which is one of the bigger ones. We added a third division, and what better way to celebrate all that before the grand finals with an all-star match with quite a few members from new teams like Cashed Out Gaming, Empire Gaming, Warriors, Apple Bottom Boys that split from Race Car Beds. And we still have some tried and true with Chaos, Direwolves, Gods, and Eclipse all represented too.
Absolutely, and just a ton of players that are not in the finals later on. As we know, it is grand tournament finals weekends. We're having the best two teams in the league, Empire and the Verge Gods. Well, they're the best because they made it all the way here at the end, but not quite yet. We're going to go right for the All-Star game, and this is one of those great new additions to the LAS, like we've done for so many. Like you were pointing out, Stripes. Here, players get to take part in the grand tournament weekend, despite their teams not making it. And another move that we made that I just loved in season 3, and I've said it on the cast a few times, is the gauntlet. Being able to go in and have that gauntlet run. It means that for teams that couldn't make playoffs, they're still not out of it. They can still work their way. They can still rejigger their team and win some games, get into grand tournament, and we've seen it happen. So the LAS, it's in season 3. We're right at the end of it now, and we are going to be going into season 4. And it looks like we're going to be having the game starting just in a few moments here.
Oh,
Stripes, there's so many matchups that I can't wait to look for, and I'm just chomping at the bit here.
I can't wait to see what's going down, and I'm so excited for this, especially in that mid lane matchup. But the teams are ready. We are ready. Let's head down to the Rift and see this action take place. I cannot wait to see what's going down. Well, first things first, any runes catch your eye as we jump into it?
Well, the fleet of footwork for Caitlyn. There's can do a lot of different runes with her. You look at the Dark Harvest for Teemo, which I mean Teemo Jungle's not played a whole lot, but that really facilitates the late game damage. And here they're looking like they're having a dance off here in the front. It looks like there's some organized madness, and the teams. Well, here's Vincent coming to have having a little bust a move here.
Yeah.
Woo!
So let's have like a little mini game. How about that? How about skin game? Do you have any popular skins that you see that you value?
Well, the whole Devon Eric connection, the skin line is looking really nice, and I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing any of those in the games that are coming up. What about yourself? Any recent skins you've liked?
I definitely like in the game. I think a lot of the Aurelia skins are looking so nice. I play quite a bit of Aurelia myself, so I love a lot of her skins. But uh, when it comes to just skin lines, I can't wait for the I think it's called Cupcake Cuties skin line. That's really good. A lot of the community has pointed out not adding Caitlyn to it with how Arcana's done. Big mistake. Big mistake. Not involving Caitlyn with that. So uh I think that skin looks pretty nice, and I still think Battle Queens is one of my all-time favorite skin lines.
Well, we're just getting started in the All Star game. It's just going to be up in a few minutes there. But for the meantime, we can still break down some of these matchups that we're going to be seeing. And Comboster, what you were saying before was about that top lane matchup. About the Vayne and the Mundo, and so I'm really interested in that. Is the Mundo able to get out of laning phase with a decent amount of CS with being able to keep up in the levels? Is he going to be able to play the game early on against this ranged champion that does so well into him?
well, personally, I feel that Mundo's gonna have a bad time, at least until he hits level 6. But yet again, if Mundo hits level 6, that means that Vayne's probably already level 6 as well. It's just gonna be a tough lane, like I said. I think Mundo's just gonna start having fun once the team fights break down. What I want to talk about, though, is that Vincent's not going press the attack. Vincent is, Vincent's not going lethal tempo. He's going press the attack, which means that he wants to go for that quick burst of damage. And not only that, the advantage that press the attack has on over lethal tempo is that once you hit those 3 times the opponent, not only you do more damage, but all of your team does a lot more damage to that person. Meaning that Vincent is going to have a lot more support during those team fights. Is he going to have more attack speed? No. Is he going to need that attack speed when he's jumping around, like a grasshopper, just all around the map like a pinball machine in between those characters? Probably not. He's not going to need that much attack speed, which is why I think he's going the optimal rune for this specific situation, mind you. I believe that the press the attack from the Twitch is also going to be very lethal. And the Dark Harvest, we have to see. Is Kabutops going to pick up a lot of kills? Is he not? They have a lot of AP going on the other side. I don't see a lot of AP for the side of the blue team now that I think about it. But I guess they have Vayne, and Vayne just hurts overall. It doesn't matter if you're AD or AP, Vayne just hurts.
Who
There's a
needs
lot of... Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
who needs magic damage when you have true damage? It is so dangerous. I am interested to see how lethal tempo will end up going with the recent changes to it. They upped the attack speed for ranged champions, decreased it for melee, so it's not as strong on champs like Aurelia, but better on champs like Vayne. Adjusted the attack range, decreasing it slightly. Uh, I can't wait to see what's going to go down. And I'm really excited to see this. I'm a little sad we didn't get to see any of the we didn't get to see any first strike, but understandable. Champions not necessarily set up for it, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But big thing I want to point out: if Vincent and Very Wet get ahead, I don't see it ending well for the blue team.
Before I throw it back to you, Rav, I want to ask you a question that I saw in the chat. Who do you think is going to get first blooded, and by who?
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. I think the bot lane will be the first blood. I think one of the supports will go down first as I'm walking this through here with you guys. And my prediction is that Janna will get first blooded, and Pyke will pick up the kill. It will steal it from Caitlyn. So that's my support on support action.
So Don Lino will get the first blood onto Lewis.
Yeah.
I think, okay, here's what I think. I think Pac goes for a level 2 gank, but he does it on the mid lane and it backfires and Vincent gets first blood on him.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Well, I just want to say mine. I also think that Irelia is going to die. Which one? I am not sure. But whatever happens, I hope you guys just tell us just a hell of a match.
Well, thank you again, Combo. We did have a bit of issues, which is why we brought him back, but we have to send him away again as we get into the game, as I do not see a single flash that did not go off.
Are these teams all in the same call with each other? How did they plan this out? The 5-on-5 dance-off with everyone flashing?
Well, I did see that they were all in an ARAM game together beforehand, so they might have talked to. They were all in the same voice call for that. I do also have some key things to note. Vincent, like Triton went traditional summoner spells. Vincent went Ghost Smite. What?
I like it. We're having fun. Look at him. He used it.
Look at Vincent's items. He has Hailblade.
Okay.
He has Hailblade.
I don't know how that's gonna work. That's a big issue there.
Ooh, that's all I gotta say. Ooh, I don't. That is not looking like it's going to end out well for him.
But we're seeing Triton getting the early damage here on the Vincent. This is what level 2 will do. And I'll tell you what it is. It's first blood, and so much for having fun. 2 minutes in, we've already got first blood.
Yeah, the Combo was right, but he kind of gave a half prediction as we get action in the bot lane too, as Waffen is about to go down. Lewis picks up the kill with the ignite.
Well, Janna involved in the kill, but not like I was predicting. I thought she would be going down first, but looks like it's Waff that's going to have to walk back to lane and hopefully catch most of this wave as it's going to crash onto the turret. Now we're seeing a trend here. It looks like it's fighting, and more fighting. I hope you like fighting.
Yeah, you watch a lot of LPL. You can also watch the LAS for that too. As will we see a level 2 tower dive?
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Good call.
Not too much actually came out of it, however. So, not a lot there. All but Triton's looking to get some more damage as Kabu gets a gank up onto Gimgoon.
He's going to very aptly walk away to make sure not to go down. As Ghost of the West is going to look to try to finish it off, and he's able to get that. So we were asking some questions before, early on the cast, and here's one of them that's answered, and that's Mundo already getting to kill onto the Vayne. He's going to love that, and he's going to probably turn that gold into more armor and more movement speed, which is going to help him up in spades against the Twitch Vayne combination.
Yeah, something we actually failed to mention was the fact that, as Vincent goes down again, one of the things we failed to mention was Mundo's passive actually prevents Vayne from condemning him away. So as long as he can reliably close the distance at least before Vayne starts getting these attack speed items, becoming a huge steroid thing. Vayne is just not gonna be a non-factor, as we see there as Gimgoon goes down once again. He goes to the west.
Well, Stripes, apparently it's all fights, as we're seeing Teemo already going up there, but now once again, a 2v2 fight in the bot lane. We're seeing Yasuo up close is where he is strong, but it's a 2-on-1 where he is weak, as Pyke is going to go ahead and try to get as much damage as possible. Going to go ahead and pass the wind wall as Waffen goes past and gets it, and then Pyke double kill onto Very Wet. I'm afraid to say anything. There's going to be more team fights. And when we say anything else, there's going to be another fight that's going to come right up. And already 4-3 here, less than 5 minutes in. This All-Star game is already bringing everything that we could have wanted. And I really would like to see Vincent get a couple of levels and some farm without dying. That's
yeah, well, the biggest problem is with that is he actually took Hailblade. He sold it now. He no longer has it. So he went with the traditional thing, so he will be able to get normal experience coming from everything. The stun is good onto Vince, onto Triton by Vince, and Triton, is he gonna go down? Oh, but he does. Triton does go down, but he takes down Kabu as well. You will say that is worth, because the shutdown goes over to Vincent, so he will actually stop trolling for the time being, so he's gonna keep going. Get some action in the top lane.
Got a real fight here as the axe goes ahead and misses, be it the chalice there, but that E doesn't really need to be aimed. It just has to be placed on the champion and the button placed. And already at 3-0, Mundo is becoming a monster. On the other side though, Triton equally scary. We're gonna have some really strong solo laners coming out of their respective lanes here, and we're going to see which one's going to prevail.
Indeed, so we are going to have to watch, because all of the flashes are now up again. Vincent did use his ghost earlier, but Pack is here for a gank, and Triton is here as well. Oh, but the flashes by the supports.
And that was seen. 4 men on bottom.
Amazing flashes by both the supports. Lino using his to try and stun off Lewis, predicting it, getting it off to prevent himself from getting stunned, allowing him to easily survive. But yeah, this game is all fight so far. And oh no, Vincent, why?
He's determined to do it different, right? He doesn't want just a regular win. He wants to say, look what I built, and we still won.
Tank Aurelia, ladies and gentlemen. Tank Aurelia. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. But here, once again, 3 on the bottom. Pack, he's really loving this bot lane, as Very Wet's going to have an awful hard time to get out and to be able to stun a couple, but not able to make it back to the turret, as Pack now picks up his first kill, as we see Teemo on the top side going ahead and counter jungling. So there is some tactics being played here as Teemo works his way up to the top side. It's been very effective on his camp of Gimgoon, who's a really, really good top lane player, and Aurelia main, who, well, this time it was Triton that gets to play it, who's going to go ahead on the mid, he's going to go ahead on the Vincent, and he's already got a level and 3 kills, and that's going to be a 4th, as we also see action on the top. Wow, Stripes. This is going to be so many fights that we're gonna be talking about today.
Indeed, we're 8. I also want to point out we're 8 minutes in. Ghost of the West has 3 turret plates, and he's working on that 4th right now. That is complete and utter domination. I'm surprised Triton hasn't gotten a similar amount. He has gotten his first one, but it's not too bad. But I just like. This game is so weird. Like, there's the games where like everyone just like fights because what the hell? Like kind of like the LPL All-Star game, but this is something else, especially out of Vincent. Ghost Smite and building Tank Aurelia. Like, I've seen some weird champs that are trying to go tank, but Aurelia kind of up there.
Well, this game is far from over, and yes, he's doing that, but his team does have a gold lead thanks to Ghost of the West up there in the top lane. Like you said, already 3 turret plates down, And the game has taken a little bit of a lull here as there was just so much fighting in the first 8 minutes. But we do have the Rift Herald up, and although both junglers are taking this time to farm up, both just hit level 6, so you know what happens when you get some ultimate abilities. You want to go and kill some people. And here we're seeing it in mid as well as in bottom. Once again, Pack at the bottom. He's not seen right now. As Very Wet's going to go in. Pack's going to go ahead and try to get the damage. Red buff is getting the slow, but Wet's so close to turret now that it's not going to matter. A little bit early here on the teleport. Goes to the west. Is going to have that speed boost, but I don't think he's going to get a whole lot from this.
Oh, but the tornado is there, and the flash is good from Pack, and he will actually manage to avoid it as a shutdown goes over and goes to the left, too far deep in the tower dive, not having enough health to do it.
It's a big shutdown there for Mundo, as Kabutops
Oh no!
is sitting where you never expected Teemo to be at this time of the game. Well, this is All Stars, and here we have it. Kabutops in the back as Don Limo's going to go in, and that's going to be the sign. We have 4 members going on to 2 here of Team Red, and Very Wet can't make it back this time. Teemo is going to decide, you know what? I'm not going to go 1-on-4. Let's just stand in the bush a little bit longer, where it's safe. Maybe I'll do something later.
I would like to also point out everyone is building. Oh, but the massive shutdown from Kabu onto the Pyke but right before he falls. But as I was about to say, something to point out, everyone's building quite normally, except if you look at both Aurelias. I already pointed out Vincent, he's doing tank, but that's a blasting wand in Triton's inventory. Not only is that, so that is looking to be a first item Nashor's 2.
Yep.
Which is the same item that Teemo was building. What?
I think they had a little side bet going on to see who could win with the Trollius build here in the mid, and wow, they're both giving each other a run for the money, as one is having a bigger advantage over the other. But this game isn't going to be only about the Aurelias. It's how we're going to combine these teams in this team fight. And overall, they don't really have team fight comps, either of them. As we're seeing Ghost of the West go on to Gimgoon, but he's going to realize the Pack is there. But what he doesn't care about is that he is 2 levels up and really isn't in any danger of dying as long as he doesn't dive that turret. So good job there from Ghost of the West and the Mundo, picking up his 5th kill, getting the turret, and he's probably going to rotate if they're playing any sort of macro at all.
So, you and I had a little fun before as we were getting ready for the captain.
Oh, you said you weren't going to tell people that. That was our secret.
No.
Oh, okay.
As a little fight breaks out, Triton goes down, and shutdown goes over. Pyke ultimate gets Kabu in the end, so big trade 1-for-1, kind of a bit more worth going over to the side of Red as flashes come out. Gimgoon is actually going to put some good damage onto Lewis, and he's going for the chase. The flash is there, the slow will be there, and Ghost of the West taking him down once again. Oh, and the TP's coming in. We are fighting for this Chemtech Dragon. 12 minutes into the game. Oh, but Waffen with the snipe. Rav, you take over. This is too much for me.
Yeah, well, it seems Dragon is just a place where the team fight is happening. They don't really care about Dragon, as we're seeing Vincent coming down to the jungle. Ghost of the West, finally, the one tank in the game, is able to be awfully strong in front line, as we're seeing him at level 10, going to go ahead and bring Waff for a ride. And there was definitely some banging going on there, buddy, and it was you that got banged.
Oh my god. I do have to give a good credit. There was a really, really good play by Ghost of the West using the Blast Cone to help the Yasuo get the ult off, because it's still a knockup. But
you don't see that very often.
Yeah, you really don't see that very often. But before the game, you and I were getting ready for and watched LPL All-Stars, and we saw Pyle just have a very, very horrible game as Triton gets collapsed on in the mid lane, getting his 3rd death of the game. Can we say that Gimgoon is the Pyle of this game, going 0-7 right now?
Yeah, there's a big pile in top lane right now, absolutely, and And unfortunately, it's not just Gimgoon trying to fight Ghost of the West. It's a big camp from Kamutop to the top lane. And what do you know? It's actually working quite well as they're denying her any single kill. It's like being rejected time and time again for that first date that you keep asking about. But the thing is, you have a glaring character flaw that you're just not aware about. You can't even fix it if you're not aware of it.
Yeah, it's just like you're going down the list of all the eligible dates to the school dance, and they're all saying no, and you're like, I don't know why they're all saying no to me. I'm such a nice guy. When really you were just kind of that bit of an ass that no one really wants to hang out with or associate with, except like your true friends. Well, that's kind of situation Gimgoon has right now with his kills. But we have a little bit of battle in the mid lane as Triton and Pat go in and take down Vincent again. But the collapse is here and Triton will fall once more.
I was just about to say, Strife, about how good the jungle pick of Pack is, because there's so many fights going on. You pick the Twitch, you go invisible. People never know if it's an odd man fight or not, so everyone's just willing to go deep on every sort of equal engage. Well, you never know now if you have a Twitch on the opposing team. Is that an even engage, or are you actually outnumbered? So we've already seen Pack with 3 kills, 1 assist, just walk right in the lane without being seen and just drop down the damage, and is really helping his team out.
Yeah, and I do want to point out this is a very interesting Dragon Soul. It is going to be the Infernal Soul. It's not going to be one of the 2 new ones added with the preseason. But it is still very, very synergetic with both team compositions, mostly the red team composition, just mainly because of the amount of squish they're playing into. So I'm very interested to see how this game will turn out. The gold is actually 2K in favor of the red side, and I think that mostly comes from the camp in the top lane, as Ghost of the West already 2.5 items, has the Randuin's, has the Frostfire Gauntlet, and is working on that Thornmail as he's gonna take down another tower in the bot lane.
There's a big donation going on. I know it's the holidays, it's December, we're feeling generous. Well, they're donating a whole lot of gold over the Mundo. He's feeling the Christmas spirit here in the All-Star game here at Season 3. The inaugural All-Star game, I've got to add, as Ghost of the West is going in. Because he's itemized for all that armor, and all of Blue Team is all AD, unless they're able to get him down low enough to be able to kill him, they really can't do anything, as he's just tanking for days as Vincent picks up that. Wow. Ghost of the West just didn't die at all. Just tanked forever. And this game might be over quicker than we thought it was. It's 17 minutes, and they're already pushing on base here.
Yeah, they're already pushing on base, and like, here comes the detriment of the squish with the flash auto from Kabu. They're already pushing the bot lane inhibitor, and it's looking like Very Wet's gonna go in 1v2 on this, but he's going to fall. He only has the Immortal Shield Bow. He is not that strong. It's just unfortunate at this point for the blue team.
Well, I mean, Team Blue does have an answer, and that's the Vayne. But the thing is Vayne is so far behind at 18 minutes, just finished the shield bow now, that she might be too far to do anything as the levels keep advancing. Gimgoon here at level 10, Ghost of the West level 12. You got that true damage, and it's just whether it's going to be enough to take Ghost of the West out. Right now, it doesn't look like it. Tank seems OP right now.
Yeah, Tank seems a little bit OP right now, but the problem is this game keeps going on and going on, and the 2 people I see that will actually be able to carry this team through the mid and late game are going to be Triton and Pack for the blue side, because Triton already pretty strong 2-item power spike. There is some AP scaling, mostly on the power of the W and the ultimate from Irelia. So that's going to be really strong, and the fact that Pack is still doing pretty decent, working on the Blade of the Rune King right now, has the Gale Force, as Waffen just goes down again on this Caitlyn. Bad lane, bad game, gets completely annihilated. Vincent with the ultimate going in. Gimgoon is dead. 9 deaths on the Gimgoon. It's a shame he's not playing Yasuo. He'd be 1 death away from that power spike.
Oh, he'd probably feel a lot more comfortable than he does now, as we're seeing Team Red go ahead between 2 turrets, and they keep taking turret shots, but as long as Mundo's the one that's tanking it, it's not really that much of a problem. They do go down, but that was just from overstaying of their own volition. And Kabutops is going to pick up. Yeah,
No.
wanted to go get a pull on the Teemo. Well, he's got blue buff and he's got some shrooms and he's ready to party.
Man, it can't. Waffen is trying to catch the base, but Don got a little too greedy after getting that triple kill, so he wanted to get that quad, but just couldn't do it. And the one I forgot to mention, the one I should have mentioned instead of Pac is Don, because his execute is actually really, really strong, especially against Amundo and Vincent, because he's building very, very tanky. So it's still very, very possible for blue team to actually push through this mid game and actually get to where Vayne is actually useful, but I see that being a long way away.
I really like how Kabutops played this Teemo jungle. He put early pressure in top lane, got himself and Mundo ahead, and then catapulted that lead around the map as he now has a convincing 30 CS lead on the Witch. So not only is he getting it done in the kills and assist front, he's got an increased CS total too, so he's going to be able to get that second item, Nashor's Tooth that you were saying, also quicker, and going to be able to start building on his third well before Twitch is even start building his third. So really good job here from Kabutops and a very difficult champion to play in that role.
Yeah, Kabu is a very, very strong Teemo player. It is one of his mains, but this TP might get a little bit punished with Lich Bane on Triton in the ultimate from Lewis, actually stopping the dash from Triton and forcing him to just die. Pretty good Monsoon coming out of Lewis. And speaking of Lewis, that's a Leandries. That is not a Moonstone. That is not a Mandate. That is a Leandries. Full AP Janna, ladies and gentlemen.
Those heals are going to do extra healing. Can't wait.
Extra healing and lots extra damage. So that is something to watch out for as well. Aximark already did come through for Don Lino as well. It's very, very interesting how I want to actually... I don't know how it truly works on Pyke because of the ultimate resets, but it's a very, very good item, as we've said. This game is very, very close, less than 1,000 gold, so objective bounties, not really a thing. Bot lane is wide open. Baron was secured by the red side, so this game is still very, very up in the air. Especially with the dragon coming up in 130, and we've both seen how these teams love to fight for dragons.
Yeah, for entertainment value, this game is definitely right up there. Not only in terms of fights, but interesting builds, interesting champs in different positions. This game's definitely delivering, so great job. First inaugural LAS All-Star game is here. We're seeing Gimgoon looking for a fight. Does he even get a pity kill? Yeah, there he goes. Vincent, what a charitable gentleman. What a great guy. Where he got the most votes in the All-Star vote, eh?
Indeed, one of 3 players to actually break 20. And I believe the other ones were Pac and, if I'm not mistaken, it was it Don Lino or Triton? I do not, I can double check that real quick as there's just chaos happening. And blue team's actually winning the fight, but goes to the west with a double. Can he make it the triple? Can he stop it? Oh, the flash into the mushroom. Oh, that is pain.
Wow.
That is true pain.
I'm gonna laugh at him for that one later. That is my boy, alright? This is like, if I had a 4th brother, okay, it would be him, and he's gonna laugh at that one as well. With flashing right into the Teemo Shroom. He had that kill too. He would have got the kill on Ghost of the West. As here he goes, level 15, right into the base turret. He's got Pac doing all kinds of damage, and yes, he will pick up the kill, but not before Gimgoon goes down for his game record 10th time, and the coach of Midnight Gaming Chaos is probably gonna have to, you know, put this one out of his memory when he's teaching his top laner what to do in what situation.
Oh, very wet. Oh my god, making all the girls that. That was a huge play and a massive outplay, avoiding a lot of the damage, avoiding the stuns, managing to get the 1v4 kill onto Pac, which was super, super incredible. A raw skill and mechanics. No wonder this guy I was voted in All-Stars. He is really, really good. Also, he was the third one to get over 20 votes. It was him, Pac, and Vincent. So a lot of love for the Direwolves in the voting.
Absolutely, and his Yasuo is quite good. I've seen it carry many a game, as we're seeing Waff being a little bit too far out, as Triton's going to be here in the back line with Don Lino. But Ghost of the West is really the one that all these team fights are about, because he's so strong. He can take on 2 or 3 members at the same time. And this teleport here from Gimgoon is going to be about 3 seconds before dying. Maybe 2.5. As Ghost of the West is going to continue on, and he's half health. He's got the ult going. He doesn't go down, and Don Lino realizing this is an exercise of futility here. Kind of like me trying to date a supermodel, you know? I can act,
like...
okay, you know? I can desire it, I can dream it. Is it ever gonna happen? No. And you know what? I don't think that'd be up my wife's alley either. I don't think she'd really like that.
No, I think she would be pretty upset even if you asked a supermodel to go out on a date with you. Just look at Waffen. He's just wailing on Ghost, and he's not giving a care in the world. He is just hitting the inhibitor, breaking that down. But Triton, he does do a lot of damage. The exhaust does come out. Waffen does end up falling. This Vayne now doing damage into the fountain. That's going to be a kill over onto the Mundo.
Only the Nexus can take him down.
Only the Nexus. Oh, but the stun on into the wall by the Condemned is very, very massive, as blue team still will actually manage to hold on just a bit.
You can almost do blue team against the minions at this point.
Indeed, very, very possible. Double supers coming in every wave, but it's getting to a point where it's becoming a bit scary, because Gimgoon's starting to actually get some attacks down, starting to get some damage, so you're gonna have to watch out for this.
And as we are getting closer to the 30-minute mark, not quite there, but for scaling wise, you don't get too much better than the blue team there with 3 hyper 80 carries here on that team, and they're starting to build their 3rd item. So if this game goes more than 5 or 10 minutes, I could see blue team coming around and turning this back on its head. So red team, well, that's a way to win, is if the mid laner Triton just goes ahead and DC.
Yeah, it's it was an issue that was, I believe it was an issue that was resolved at some point, because we are quite behind on the 3-minute mark because of spectator bugs and everything. But it looks like red team is starting to go for this Baron, and that is a full build Mundo, by the way. So yeah, that's always fun.
When you go shopping with Mundo, he just buys all the clothes, right? Like he's got all the money in the world. He's got the body size. He likes to show it off. And here he goes.
Would you say Mundo buys as he pleases?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, if I'm the partner of Mundo and money is tight, I really don't like that situation. Absolutely. Your partner's buying things they can't afford? Oh, man.
Honestly though, if you're the partner of Mundo, I'm surprised he's not gonna try and operate on you.
Hey, some ladies, they like the big macho man. As he goes in onto Gimgoon.
That's that late game Vayne damage coming in. 3 items hitting out. Not all of them are attack speed based, but still pumping out massive damage. That Rage Blade really doing his work with the setup with Don Lino. Oh, and it looks like blue team is starting to hit those scaling marks. And Very Wet is going down. The counter ultimate from Vincent is going to be there. Health bars are dangerously low. Don Lito has to fade from view to try and heal up. Lewis is trying to heal up, not going to be able to do it. Red Team still getting killed, but Vincent, this tank build is not working for you, bud. And Kim Goon gets a double kill, starting to get back on this board. Shutdown does go over to Kabutops, who is still alive as this team up.
A little bit of legs left on this game, as like you said, the item points have been reached, and it's a little over aggression from Team Red, as Kabutops has been seen, has been collected, and there's Don Limo putting insult to injury.
That is an ace on a team with a 21-5-9 Mundo and a 10-6-8 Teemo, and they're going to deny Infernal Soul. Are they going to deny it? Yes, they are, because it only goes to the west there, not jungler, and but goes to the west. Doesn't care about the dragon. He wants the people. He's trying to heal them. This is his weird form of operations. Oh, but Don starting to go down. Lewis trying to chase him down. This Leandri's burn is not enough. Don will escape, however. Oh,
well,
no.
we have an inhibitor up here for Team Blue, as Waffen is going to try his darndest to try to save it, as he's got a stacked up minion wave there pushing against the inhibitor, and that's the first step forward for them getting out of their base, one inhibitor at a time, as Triton smells Amundo. Maybe he didn't wear the deodorant today because he knew he was in that bush.
You saw the health of those turrets, right? That was from minions.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't even Baron minions. They were just double supers. So thank God for the blue team, these inhibitors are up, because it's gonna buy them a little bit more time, a little time for these turrets to regenerate back up to that third. But Ghost of the West is a massive problem, and I'm surprised that Waffen hasn't bought an LDR yet, because this Mundo is a big problem.
He might be in some sort of trance, some sort of comatose state here, as Don Limo is able to help Pack finish this one out, but it's just so many minions, so many stat points. A little bit of a Yasuo here inside the base, as Team Red is just deciding when they want to finish this game, not if they're going to.
Yeah, they're gonna end it right now. In fact, not chasing off that kill, as the red side is going to get this W.